Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing the first semi-finals from IEM Kiev, which is Moscow 5 versus SK Gaming. And yeah, we are starting right away with the game. This is not one of the official videos, unfortunately. This is recorded live from the stream by someone and then put onto YouTube. And basically the quality is a lot lower than the official videos, but it has been about 20 hours since the semi-finals were played, and there is nothing on the official video channel, so I'm wondering what they're doing. Maybe they're sleeping, or maybe they just don't care. Anyway, I have to cast them at some point, and I cannot keep waiting for them. I only have this one, by the way. I only have Moscow 5 versus SK Gaming. The other semi-final, which is Dignitas versus TSM, is not online yet. So, not even as a recorded stream. So we'll have to see how long that takes, but for now we'll go into this. So we see the blue team kind of, well, helping a lot with the jungling. Shyvana getting the wolves first, then blue, and Rammus on the other side also getting wolves, then blue. In the meantime, we see, what's his face? Gangplank getting the red, or at least, well, he did get the raids and then red, and I have no idea why, to be honest. Is he really the jungler? No, he's not. I don't know. It it seems I should have taken a little more care in actually examining the game before they started playing. But it may also be that they have two junglers here. That would be well, unsurprising, to be honest. Moscow 5 has been doing some crazy strategies this tournament, and they do steal enemy red here, which means that Shyvana now has her double buff. Even though she didn't have the red, because the red went to Gangplank. So doing a lot of damage there to Rammus, and actually stealing the double golems, it seems. And Shyvana is still at full health, maybe thanks to Sona, but at least, well, she is still full health, which is excellent. And Sona is coming out to help the cannon now, with a little bit of damage buff, maybe some healing. In the meantime, the bottom lane is Sivir versus, let's see, is that Gangplank? Yeah. So it's Sivir versus Gangplank, which is surprising to say the least, because the Qs are really easy to block with the shield. Then again, doesn't really matter if you block one of them, because, well, she will get some extra mana, and a nice first blood here from, let's say, one of the junglers. Yeah, so Shyvana is the jungler, and I don't know what the Gangplank is actually using. Maybe he has a smite as well, but yeah, it's not up, so I cannot see it. That's the big disadvantage, or one of the big disadvantages of this observer mode. And I'm sure they will fix it at some point by just showing us the summoner spell and then putting an actual counter over it with seconds or something like that. Because at this moment I have no idea what the summoner spell from, it seems to be teleport, but from Gangplank is. From the color I would say teleport. But he did go for a very early red buff, and that is going to win him the lane. So it's excellent because Shyvana is really good at counter jungling. It's really the only thing she does very well. The ganks aren't that strong, but if you are strong at counter jungling, you might as well give the initial red to someone in bottom lane, because there is no reason not to. Of course, this strategy worked very well because they were in this position, in the blue position. In the purple position, this may not work as well because Gangplank. Oh, he did use his teleport anyway. He went back home and then teleported to his turret after getting red. So it might as well work in the purple. But yeah, you need teleports on your bottom laner. And I think they may have gotten another, well, let's say counter pick here that they didn't deserve, or well, they drew out, because if you pick Gangplank, people are going to assume that he's going top lane. And we see Shyvana getting caught here and actually getting killed. Gangplank coming in for the rescue, but doesn't actually succeed in doing so. Anivia doing some nice damage to him. Of course, the nice wall and now some nice damage, but they don't manage to do anything else to him. So basically, everyone has to go back to the lanes, and it will result just in the one kill. So Moscow 5 is now up by 1.3k, which is a lot early game. So it may be caused by the fact that they have been counter jungling quite a bit. May also just be because they had first blood and yeah, the other team just had a normal kill. So Shyvana back. She didn't give away any buffs because she didn't have any buffs, and that is at least one good thing. And she is going to steal enemy blue because hey, why not? It's Shyvana. And yeah, Mordekaiser here to distract Rammus, it seems, but yeah, not doing too well because he is getting damaged quite a bit, and Cannon will get out of that, but Anivia is still there. Oh, Gangplank's coming in to help, and well, they did take the blue buff. At least I'm thinking they took the blue buff, because I didn't actually see it on the Shyvana yet. And I have been wrong in the past, where someone came in and stole it, and I didn't notice. So let's see the Shyvana with actually blue buff on her. There we go. Yeah, she did actually steal it. So Mordekaiser doing a good job of distracting there. Unfortunately, he couldn't get it himself because, well, it was too difficult to get to it, and he would have probably died for that. But he might go for, or he might get the actual blue buff that, well, their team has. Their team should have. And might also go to Sona. I don't know. Depends on what the strategy is. Obviously, normally it doesn't go to Sona because, well, Sona doesn't do damage. And blue buffs are normally for people who do damage. And getting some extra damage or some extra healing out really doesn't matter that much for, well, a decent build on your team. As you can see from the items, Gangplank, Shyvana and Cannon all have the cloth armor, which makes them a lot more durable in lane, and Cannon getting out of there. Gangplank ult going off, and yeah, that's about all that's going to happen here. Because, well, it's 3 versus 3, and the 3 purple team members, they all ran to their turrets after that Gangplank ult, and yeah, nothing is going to happen. So we see red buff being stolen here, but Rammus is in the vicinity. So it isn't stolen yet, but they will get it eventually. Yep, Gangplank taking it once again. Only, well, this time is the enemy red buff. And, oh, nice wall. Separating Mordekaiser from the rest, and Mordekaiser is going down. He wasn't the one with the red buff, so it's not too big of a deal. And in the gold, the M5 team is still ahead, but still it is quite a big victory for SK. They really didn't expect to be harassed this much, I'm guessing. And yeah, this is actual excellent counter jungling from the Moscow 5 jungler, who I'm afraid to say I have no idea who that is. Because I don't know the M5 team, to be honest. Yeah, maybe they stream a lot, but I normally don't see them. I'm pretty sure we will see more of them in the streams, and yeah, it would be great if I could actually find a stream of them and where they actually play just some solo queue or whatever, and yeah, we can just watch their regular matches. Sorry. Yeah, we see pink ward going down at Dragon there, and then a pink ward for the other team. Yeah, right there in the jungle. I'm assuming that pink ward, so that second pink ward was because they had no other ward available at that time. And yeah, I don't know, to be honest, because pink wards are a lot more expensive than green wards, and it wouldn't do any good over there. So anyhow, Rammus Cannon getting focused quite a bit here, but yeah, it's probably he drew out the support to top, because he's 71 versus 57 at the moment, meaning that the Irelia was losing quite badly, and yeah, that might be, or that is probably the reason why the support is top now. Rammus coming in for a gank. Mordekaiser not too worried apparently, because he just keeps on attacking. He does not need to get out. He still has a flash up, and he has his Hextech Revolver already done, so the Hextech Revolver will make sure that he can stay alive as long as he keeps using his skills. And the combined power of the shield plus oh wow, again a blue buff being stolen here. That is amazing. The amount of counter jungling here is really, really good. And I've never seen so much counter jungling in one match. It's yeah, it's quite extraordinary. And we see Anivia going down here. That was some excellent play. They needed quite a few spells for that, because well, the Mordekaiser ultimate went down, the Gangplank ultimate went down. But yeah, they did get the kill, and Anivia is a big prize, because Anivia is the mid laner. She needs to farm, she needs to gain the levels, and if she doesn't get to a high enough level, she's going to get owned late game. She's not going to be able to do anything. And it seems that she's at least one level behind. I cannot really read the levels because of the quality, and that's because of the quality of the stream, not because whoever put this video up did something wrong. The quality of the stream is just like this, and we can see that Anivia is under 10 in the level because it's only one digit, and Mordekaiser is, well, over 10 because there are 2 digits, but I cannot read either of them. So it might be level 9 versus level 10, it might also be level 8 versus level 12, because I just can't see. Anyway, I'm sure your quality will be even worse. No, I'm pretty sure my software is good enough to record its quality in the same quality. So basically what you're seeing is what I'm seeing. And it is now 3 versus 2 for Moscow 5, but they are more than 3k gold up already, and at 14 minutes in, that is a big deal. Oh, okay, someone took Dragon, I didn't see who, because I was basically watching something else, probably. But I am assuming that was Moscow 5, because, well, they are the ones in the gold lead, and although they have been counter jungling quite a bit, which makes them gain more gold than the opponent. Oh wow, another red buff being stolen here. That is just amazing. Oh, the wall from Anivia preventing them from going after this red buff. That is just so sad. And red buff is resetting here. That is just bad. I mean, they should have known that was going to happen. Because I'm sure they did this before a number of times. Oh, so red buff resetting, but yeah, the purple team in no position to actually get that. And yeah, the red buff is still going to the blue team. Even though the purple team did see the red buff resetting, but they couldn't do anything about it because the enemy team is just too strong for them at the moment. And this game is basically already over, because with this much counter jungling, with never having a buff, you basically cannot farm in your lane. And you can see Mordekaiser at 147, Anivia at 80. That is a 67 minion difference. That is huge. And Anivia is not going to be able to afford any of the items. She only has a Doran's Ring to do extra damage and a Tear of the Goddess to basically get up her mana, but that doesn't do anything for her damage. And Sivir here getting ulted and dying, and Anivia dying. And oh, they do pick off the support. Sona does die, but I don't think that's good enough. Every one of the carries actually surviving, and the support really doesn't matter in this kind of a fight, in this kind of a game anyway. She is going to give 300 gold, of course, which is good, but yeah, it's probably an assisted kill, so 510 gold. Which is good, but if you lose two of your main characters for a support, then yeah, that is not good. Although I'm pretty sure the other one that went down was the support. Oh no, Soraka didn't die yet, so that wasn't Soraka. It was Anivia and Sivir. Never mind. So yeah, two of the main characters going down for a support. Yeah, definitely not a good plan, and something you definitely want to avoid. So it seems that the blue team is taking really good timers here, and are they actually going to lose this blue buff to the actual purple team? Because, well, we cannot have that, of course. How can the purple team ever be allowed to get a blue buff? That's silliness. Come on. Cannot have that. So anyway, blue buff is going to go to the blue team as long as they have smite up. Who got it? No, Rammus got it. See? This time I caught it. So Rammus actually, with the smite steal, Sivir with the ultimate, but nobody is able to follow them, and the ultimate is going to go to waste. They probably did some damage with it, but it's not enough to actually, well, get them a kill. And Cannon completely owning this Irelia, it seems. Irelia, who is, who has been behind all game. And Rammus trying to get this cannon, actually gets the cannon, but yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be in their advantage, because cannon is just going to stun them. And Irelia almost dying there. But Cannon is going to get out of this, I think. Oh no, the whole team shows up, and so with 5 top, let's see what the rest of the team does. The rest of the team does nothing. That's interesting. There is no pushing the bottom lane, there is nothing. And look at that ward coverage from Team Blue. The whole enemy side of the map is lit up. They have 2 wards in the river, they have wards at blue, they have a ward at the bottom lane, and they have a ward at the raids. Whereas the enemy team only has a ward at Baron, it seems, and maybe the one at blue. So enemy blue, so the blue's blue. Blue team's blue. Anyhow, it seems there is there's a ward there as well. So in that bush next to the red buff, there is a ward as well. We just cannot see it on the minimap because the quality is just so bad. But anyway, it's pretty amazing that you see this big of a difference between 2 pro teams, because Moscow 5 actually isn't, well, an established pro team yet. SK Gaming has been doing this for so much longer, and they have teams in all kinds of games. Moscow 5 has a team in Counter-Strike as well. So yeah, it's not that they're only doing League of Legends out of the blue. No, they probably do have a good sponsor. They have some trainers, and yeah, eventually it doesn't matter which game you play as long as you play it enough and are able to practice it enough. And yeah, the purple team knows they are doing Baron, but the only thing they have to steal it is the Q from Sivir. And they are going to make sure that the blue team is going to make sure that that is not going to happen. So Rammus goes down. He probably came in to steal the Baron. It didn't work. The Moscow 5 team does have the Baron, and the quality just went really bad. That's always with the stream. That's why I wait for the official videos, because the stream always goes bad when there are a lot of particle effects, because apparently the computers they're streaming on aren't good enough to handle this, and they should really set the quality to low, the graphics quality, because then we would get a sharp stream, even though it doesn't have all of these little leaves that are here. For example, all of the light green leaves, they would all disappear from the video, but nobody cares. We want to see the action. We're not paying attention to the environment at this point. Anyway, Shyvana goes down here, and SK is going to try to chase down the rest of the team, but I don't think they're going to be very successful, because Gangplank, well, he might die, but well, it is just that. Cannon is going to push the bottom lane, because with 4 people chasing down this one Gangplank, yeah, there's nothing stopping him. Only, well, at this point, of course, Sivir is coming in, and yeah, she did teleport, recall, right in the middle of that team fight after they killed the Shyvana. And yeah, still, yeah, in this case, it is worth it that Gangplank, or that they killed Gangplank. By the way, it is 6-6 now, so an equal amount of kills on both teams, but over 8k gold difference. And Moscow 5 is going to run away with this match, and it is something really strange is going to have to happen if this team is not to win this this tournament. So the ultimate from Mordekaiser on Sivir, she didn't spell shield it. She had her spell shield up after that, and that's why Mordekaiser couldn't attack her anymore. And another blue buff going to the blue team. So another steal there. I think the other blue buff was, well, except for the first one went to the purple team, and then the one that Rammus stole with his smite. But the carries have not gotten any buffs yet. Well, the red buffs now, because, well, when you kill 2 champions, of course you are going to get your buffs. But yeah, it is a matter of getting the buffs from the enemy jungle. That is what has kept this Moscow 5 team so strong all game. And this team is now chasing after the Shyvana, who is really, really strong. And they do kill Gangplank, by the way. Oh, that's actually surprising, because they were chasing the Shyvana for the longest time there, and eventually decide to switch to the Gangplank, making the score 8-8 now. And yeah, that was actually nice. So eventually deciding that Shyvana was too hard to kill, and going for a kill on the easier to kill Gangplank. Of course, Gangplank already died before this, and yeah, wasn't worth too much gold anymore. Well, it's still 400, I guess, with the assist. And anyway, the Moscow 5 team a little bit in a dip. I mean, they're 10k gold ahead now, so they're still doing pretty well, but their pushing power has been reduced, it seems. Where in the beginning of the game they were able to push just about any turret in, well, whatever composition they wanted to, and they could pull off these crazy things. It seems that that's all for now. It seems that they're not able to do that anymore, and that is quite surprising because, well, I expected them with 10k gold extra to be able to do that, but it seems they're going for a split push strategy with Cannon in the bottom lane, and since the whole enemy team is in the middle lane, well, except for Irelia who's in base, yeah, at the moment they are doing a decent job. There is nothing that the enemy team is currently doing except for defending their lane, and as long as they're doing that, yeah, they can do whatever. But you have to be careful, of course, because if you don't keep your advantage, if you don't build on your advantage, then the enemy team is going to come back, not in the amount of gold, because they will still be 10k gold behind, but 10k gold is a lot more percentage-wise, so the relative difference is a lot bigger in the early game than in the late game. So if you can have a 10k gold difference from 20 to 30 gold, so k gold, that is a lot bigger than from 50 to 60k gold. Obviously, the purple team just wants to farm at this moment, but I cannot really farm because every time they leave the lane, they are going to be pushed in one of the, or well, in the middle lane, and they are going to have to engage on these turrets and try to get some gold that way, because the minion waves just won't do it. Of course, the blue team will not allow them to do so, and they will push away the purple team, and Shirelia is being used here by Rammus. An excellent wall going down, but yeah, the flashes over the wall make sure that this team fight is going to happen anyway, and the blue team gets 3 kills. Irelia, Rammus and Sivir going down. Even though that was an amazing wall and it shut out, well, I think 4 members of the team, they still just flashed over the wall and went in to kill everyone. And that definitely wasn't how they planned that, because, well, with Shirelias being used really early on, I'm assuming they wanted to engage in that team fight, and yeah, that makes it even sadder. Losing the Baron because of this mistake in the team fight. I'm not sure if they can actually win the team fight by now, but definitely not like this. And yeah, the Moscow 5 team seems to be really, really confident. I mean, expending all of your flashes on your team because you get blocked off by an Anivia wall and you want to engage in a team fight anyway. That is really strong play. And stealing another blue buff here. And of course, they already had Baron, so with Baron plus blue buff, yeah, they're going to be the stronger team of the two. And of course they keep up with their own buffs as well. I'm not sure who got the red buff on the enemy team, but now there is a red buff on Shyvana, so pretty sure that was one of the enemy's red buffs. So someone had it and now she has it. Yeah, Shyvana just going to get some of the experience that is still in the jungle, and Dragon seems to be up. So Mordekaiser is going for the Dragon. Shyvana is going to help him, I'm assuming, and the purple team is nowhere near able to stop that. With Anivia there, yeah, Anivia is not going to be able to stop anything because she will die for trying that. Sivir also is going to be die if she tries to go in on the enemy team, and I just don't think they have the tankiness they need at this moment, because only Rammus can go in. But yeah, the enemy team is just going to ignore Rammus for the first part of the fight, kill whoever is doing the damage, and then kill Rammus. Because Rammus is not that tanky yet, or, well, at all. He only has Shirelias, which doesn't, well, it does provide some health, I guess. He has Heart of Gold, which provides some health, and then he has the come on, I know what it's called, the Age of the Legion. And here you see, they just focus Rammus down and Rammus just falls. That's it. Rammus is not tanky enough to withstand anything except when he has his defensive ball curl on. And yeah, they are just going to kill this whole team. Wow, Anivia dying once again. Anivia who's... oh, the thing is gone. It's 1 in 4 at the moment. And yeah, that is just not what you want to see on your main champion. So your main AP damage dealer. And Sivir hasn't been able to use her spell shield at all this game. It seems that every time she puts it up, nobody focuses her, and the moment it turns off, everybody focuses her. And well, she's only 1 and 2, so she has been doing the best on the team. Well, not so much because she's only 1. Oh, she's 3 and 2. Never mind. I think that's a 3. No, it's yeah, they're 8, so I guess Aurelia has 3 and Sivir has 3. So she's 3 and 2 with 200 minions, so she has been doing the best. She has been farming the best. And yeah, another team fight here. A great wall from Anivia, but yeah, it allows the Mordekaiser to escape. And they are still going to get 1 kill out of this. And it is going to be Gangplank. So excellent ward there from the purple team. It has been there for quite a while. It is mainly to protect their blue, but they haven't been able to do that at all this game. And with the ward there, the ward was placed by Sivir a little bit earlier. Yeah, with the ward there, they were able to catch them off guard, catch 2 of them, and yeah, get 1 kill. And it is amazing that even though, well, these kind of plays happen, so the Moscow 5 lose some people every now and then due to, well, just mispositioning, or in this case, recalling right on top of a ward with no vision. Even though that happens, they are still way ahead, currently at 55,000 gold against 39,000 gold, which is, yeah, just so much. I mean, that's a 15k difference. And that's what I meant. If you keep building on it and keep the same percentage of, well, of gold advantage, then you're strong. If you just keep to the, I don't know, 8 to 10k gold, you're going to be stronger, but your strength is going to be less and less compared to the enemy team. You're still going to be stronger than the enemy team, obviously, but not that much stronger. And yeah, you see Cannon here doing some harassment. Since he's energy based, he can do whatever. He doesn't really have to care about spamming his spells. Doing quite a bit of damage there to the Anivia right away. So I'm not sure what he's building, but it is really good. Well, it seems he's building AD. Huh. That is unusual, to say the least. We have seen an AD cannon in bottom lane this tournament. But in this, also played by M5, I think. But yeah, it seems that Cannon is building AD and is doing quite well with it. And blue team is going to steal yet another blue buff. Cannon has one and Mordekaiser has one. I'm not sure who took this one because I didn't really pay attention to who already had one in the last fight. It doesn't really matter. The fact that the enemy team cannot get anything done matters way more. Ram is using his Surelias there. He will not have that up for the next minute, which may make a difference in the next team fight, but Then again, it may not make any difference at all. And it seems it is going to make a difference. There is still a Shurelias on Soraka, who used it to get 3 of her teammates out, but yeah, Rammus is still dead. And yeah, that's due to the wards in the enemy jungle. And because of the wards in the enemy jungle, the Moscow 5 team could just see the SK Gaming team coming, and yeah, now they're just losing Nexus turrets, and the Nexus will fall because there is nobody left to defend it. So a very powerful, powerfully played game by the Moscow 5 team. Really aggressive, good warding, and especially the great counter jungling there. That is what won them the game. And as I said before, and I will say it again, Shyvana is not a good ganker. She is a terrible ganker, in fact, because she has no CC. But they solved that by not letting her gank. Shyvana's game has been revolving around stealing the enemy jungle, as well as keeping up with her own jungle, because she's a really fast jungler with her AoE spells and low cooldowns and things like that. But she has been stealing the buffs all game, and that is so powerful. Of course, the help she got from her teammates like Mordekaiser, Sona at some point, who helped her get the enemy buffs. That is just what got them this win. I mean, it was so powerful. And if the enemy team doesn't have blue buff, doesn't have red buff, and your team has 2 blue buffs and 2 red buffs, then yeah, of course you're going to win. It's such a big advantage, and yeah, I think we will be seeing more of this kind of play in the future, because while Shyvana is just a very, very powerful counter jungler, there are several more. Of course, we have Nunu that can also counter jungle quite well, but he's not as aggressive as Shyvana, so we'll have to see how the lady on the pick will be doing in the future. The Sujana or whatever, Sujana, whatever she's called, she's kind of the cold version of Shyvana, and she's basically the same champion, except she doesn't turn into a dragon. But hey, can't win them all. Then again, the dragon ultimate, it does give you an extra escape. It does give you some buffs in armor and magic resist, but that really isn't what makes Shyvana a good counter jungler. She's a good counter jungler because she's fast. She can do a lot of damage really quickly, and basically she can go in and out of the jungle without anyone noticing, and great play. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the match. I will see you for the next game. GG.